Hey guys, welcome back to Blue Line Fishing. I'm glad you joined me today. Your time's important to me, and what I'd like to do in today's time is, and in this video, is show you some of the features of this brand new Shimano SLX XT reel. It's a bait casting reel that I've been wanting to get my hands on for a while. Finally have one. I'm going to show you what it's all about, what I think it can do, and how it'll perform. Also, if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to show you a nice, super easy method to balance out your rod and your reel. Balance out those outfits to make sure you've got optimum performance of whatever outfit you're using. Stick around, it's going to be good. Okay guys, this is the SLX XT. This is the 150 XG. This particular reel right here is, as you can see, 8.2 to 1 gear ratio. What that means is it's going to take in 8.2 inches of line per rotation of the handle. So for every one revolution the handle goes around, it's going to take in 8.2 inches of line, well over 30 inches of line per handle turn. And for example, if you have a reel, and I have some that are 6.4 to 1 ratio, that means it's going to take in 6.41 inches per handle turn. This is a one-piece Hagane body. What that means is it's just a kind of a proprietary thing that Shimano has, but it's one piece. It's very rigid. So with that rigidity, it's not going to have any flex or play in it when it comes to playing big fish, casting, things like that. Very solid one-piece construction. If you're not familiar with the parts on a bait caster, if you're new to them, this is the star drag over here, and you can hear it when you click back on it, or if you go forward on it. And that's just going to set the amount of drag force, basically, that's on that spool whenever you're playing fish. Personally, I like to crank mine all the way forward. I don't use that much. I like to use the thumb bar and thumb it when I'm playing big fish, or just fish in general that have any kind of boat side surge. I just feel more comfortable doing that. Not saying it's right or wrong. That's just how I feel comfortable doing it. This is the spool tension knob on this side, and it's going to do just what it says. It's going to apply tension to the side of the spool. You can crank this thing all the way forward or clockwise. And when you crank this clockwise, it will apply tension. It's going to keep you from getting the bird's nest and the backlash. The only thing is it's going to cut into your casting distance. So once you get better and better with the reel, you can go counterclockwise with turning this, back it off, and it's going to let that reel free spool a little bit more. But you're going to be more apt to bird's nest. You're going to have to use your #1 braking system, that being your thumb. Use that thumb. And I'm going to do some videos here on casting, different casting techniques, and see if we can help you guys out on that too that aren't as familiar with it. On the opposite side of the SLX XT here, we have the side that's going to have your other cast control beside your spool tension knob. There's a small lever here on the bottom. You just hit this little lever. And when you do, it pops up. And what I like about it is it doesn't have, it's actually hooked in, and it's not just wide open where this side plate comes off, and it has a chance where it can fall in the lake, or in the bottom of your boat, where have you. It's on there. You can see the brakes right in here, or that help or apply these centrifugal brakes. Like right now, there's 2 off. You can see these little pedals are off. There's 2 on. If I wanted to take all the brakes off, all I'd have to do is push both of those like that. And then I'm totally free spooled without the braking. Now, if I wanted to adjust it a little more, say I want to fish like that. I fish in lighter lure, so I'm going to, I want to back those brakes off. And this has the SVS Infinity braking system on it. Also has the S3D Spool. But anyway, I would put this down, click it back in, and then right at the top you can see this goes from, on this side, minimum 6 spaces over, and it goes to maximum, so you can really fine-tune your casting on that. So you can adjust the spool tension knob on this side, and then you can come over here and do the fine adjustment on this side after you've adjusted the centrifugal brake on it. And these are basically, this is a magnet brakes right here, and you can see in here, maybe it's kind of hard to tell, but there's the magnets that actually press up against the side plate here, that metal side plate, And what they do is they add a little more force on that spool when it's rotating to slow it down. So that's what this fine tune is going to do right here. You know, the overall construction of the body too, it's got the really, right here what I like, if you can see in there, that's that really thick worm gear that's on there. That looks to me like it's going to have a lot of torque, hold up well for big fish or just a lot of use fishing, a lot of casting, things like that. It's got an oversized cranking handle, which I really like. Love the oversized handle on it. And also the body on it is a one-piece construction. And so that body is going to be very, on this one, for example, it's a Hagane body. So it's going to be it's one piece, going to be very rigid. With that rigidity, what that's going to do for you is it's going to keep the side plates and the reel really from flexing a bunch. So if you're playing a big fish or just a lot of casting with it where it's not going to get loose and get sloppy, it's that very rigid body, and that's kind of the sell on that Hagane body is the rigidity to it. Also, this reel weighs, you can see it's very small as far as the profile goes. I mean, it's awesome. I love it because I have bigger hands, but I mean, I can palm this thing, and I really like to be able to palm a reel when I'm using it. But anyway, the reel weighs in at 7.2 ounces, which is a really nice size. It's a 5-bearing system, 4-to-1. And like we covered before, unlike the SLX, the SLX XT has the SVS Infinity braking system, which gives you a little bit more in the way of options when you're trying to fine tune it to your particular lure and technique that you're using for the day. Love the looks of this reel. It's kind of a gunmetal gray, black finish, as you can see. And tell you what I'm going to do now. I'm going to show you the way I set up my rods and reels as far as making sure that they are balanced. This reel is balanced on the rod that I want to put it on. Real easy technique. Stick around. We'll check that out. See what you guys think. All right, guys, I've got a different reel on here. This is an Abu Garcia. I just want to show you for demonstration purposes, and then I'm going to put the Shimano on there and show you the difference on this rod. This rod is a G-Loomis IMX Pro 6'9" spinnerbait rod. You guys, if you've watched some other videos, you know I love to throw spinnerbait, so it's specific to that technique, and it can be used for some others as well. But I want to show you, if you use your finger and not the pad of your finger, okay, one finger, the side of your finger, and place it right up in front of the reel seat and in front of the the end of that grip, and just let the outfit go. See how this wants to tilt back and slide off my hand? That's not what we want. Even if I turn my finger and put it up on the pad, it's still wanting to slide off every time. When I let this go, this should stay almost even, or maybe about 5 degrees or so if this is well balanced out. Some guys will actually counterweight in the butt of the reel handle, and they want the reel to stand up in their hand like that, kind of automatically, maybe with a flipping outfit or something like that. I don't want it to do that. I don't want to compromise the lightness of this rod and the lightness of that reel coming in at 7.2 ounces. And this rod is super light too. I don't want to compromise any of that with the weight. So what I'll do next is I'll show you the difference with the Shimano reel on this rod. All right, guys, I've got the Shimano on here now, the SLX XT, and I'm going to show you how it balances out what I feel is just about perfect for this outfit. Same rod and everything, the G-Loomis on here. Remember, not the pad of your finger, just the side of your finger. And you can see if I use the side of my finger on this, well, my hands are kind of shaking a little bit, but it balances out just perfect. And that's what I want. Either balanced out level like this, or I want it to be maybe just like a 5-degree angle, but that's it. And you can see I couldn't do that with the other one. Even if I turned it up on pad on the other one, on the end, it would keep falling back on me. This one here, once again, side of the finger, and you can see how it's just balancing there. To me, that's a perfectly balanced outfit. So I hope this little tip helps you out. I hope you liked today's video. If you did, please give me a like, consider subscribing, that helps me out. If you don't mind hitting that bell notification button, that'd be awesome. You get the new videos when I put them out on my channel. Once again, thanks for watching Blue Line Fishing. We've got some great videos coming up here in some series in 2020. We'll see you again next time. Thanks.